Alright, folks, a very good afternoon to you all. This is Avril from the Tradepsyche, and I welcome you all to the post market analysis, outlook, and expectations for the market for tomorrow. Alright, what a dramatic market today we saw, right? Sensex expiry, and even yesterday, if you go and see, I'll attach the link to my yesterday's video in the top right section of this video. Do watch that video and try to learn that how did we anticipate that today will be a violent expiry, right? We already discussed that today. We discussed this yesterday that today the Sensex premiums are not less. IV is not cooled off. We can see a volatile expiry tomorrow, but we will discuss that where the bias would be in the morning after the data comes from the NSE, right? So today, if you have actively traded the markets, you know the last 1.5 2 hours how much volatile were they in the markets. We will discuss on the charts, but welcome to the video. In this video we'll discuss some of the crucial levels for tomorrow will be Friday, right? Tomorrow is no expiry, so what will be some of the crucial levels, supports and resistances for tomorrow, how the bias, how the OI data, the change in OI data and total OI data is looking, what is the bias which we can conclude from that, and we'll also discuss the analysis for gold, silver and crude. Right, so stay hooked to this video till the last. I hope that you'll not go empty handed, you'll definitely learn something, right? And we'll also get to know that why today the fall came, and was it something anticipated by us, or maybe we could have prepared better for it, right? Or had we prepared for it, right? Were we actually prepared or not? The question is that. So we will get to know each and everything. Stay hooked to the video. uh, before starting the analysis, I'll be leaving the link to my Telegram group in the description box below. Do check it out. We'll just have a look today that what discussion we had in the Telegram group, right? So we are running superb discounts just for the ones who want to try it for really 1 month, and we are almost running a 90% discount for the 1 month fee. So it has a nominal joining fees. If you are a trader, someone who is new to the trading world, or who is also, or maybe you are some experienced, but you need intraday guidance, you need intraday data analysis, this group is perfect for you. We don't sell the trading signals. We don't tell you that buy this, buy that. We tell you the views, we tell you the knowledge, we tell you the skill, right? So if you are really interested in making trading as a career, as a long time career, or maybe a part time career, do join that group. At least check it out. If you have any doubts, let me know in the comment section of this video. I'll be happy to help you, right? Let's start the discussion for today. I'll straight go to the Telegram group wherein we have discussed that what will happen, right? Morning, right? We discussed that we might see a 10-20 points gap down, but eventually we opened a 40-50 point gap down, and only support for today is 25,900. If we break that, we can see a trending bearish expiry for Nifty. So 25,900, the moment I think we opened below it, and the first pullback, right? Sharp resistance is there at 26k, and slight support at 25,900, right? Post that, we discussed that FI's positioning, they are still unwinding the shorts, but the effect that is not seen on the index. The markets are not just comprehending towards the shorts getting covered by FIs, right? This was the OI data analysis which we did. The data is not clear today, as both FIs and pros have a mixed stance. The only clear stance is retail, which is bearish, so we can expect a sideways to bullish markets in the first half, and a dump can come in the second half. Then we shared a very interesting price action which was forming, and this we will discuss on the charts, right? Then we mentioned that if at all we have formed these three candlesticks, we can form a big red candlestick like this. We will see on the chart that whether we have formed this or not, right? Then we posted some update. Then as soon as the market opened, I mentioned that at this point markets were at 25,840. I mentioned that a pullback can come, and exactly, if you see, the pullback came till I think 5 minutes 20 EMA, and this I have discussed multiple times, that after a gap down, wait for a pullback till at least 100 EMA, which is that whichever is the topmost moving average on 5 minutes. Wait for a pullback. If you want to short the market, wait for a pullback till that point, right? So other than that, this was the update. This pullback should give us the shorting opportunity we mentioned here, right? Then post that we saw the pullback. Then we mentioned that the pullback has come. That's as per our okay. As per our price action, we opened gap down. We saw some extension and then a pullback, as mentioned. Now, post the pullback, we saw some more bearish momentum. That's true, because as soon as we opened gap down, then we saw the continuation, and markets exactly came and took support on the daily lows. And the moment we broke that daily low, in the afternoon, in the second half, a harsh dump came. But since today was Sensex expiry, so that dump got fully recovered, and then partial that pump also got partially recovered, right? So then post that, I think today's Sensex expiry, Sensex premiums have come down for 400 at the money, straddle to 200, indicating that some IV has reduced and we can see relatively less volatile moves. Then we mentioned that below 780 we have unfilled capital 25,700. Last support for Sensex is 83,800, right? Then we mentioned some of the things, right? And post that, roughly around here, from morning we are in this falling channel. Clearly market should give a breakdown. This was posted at 25,815, and the moment we broke that channel, we went till 750, right? And we had an unfilled gap here, so it got partially, that gap got partially covered, right? So each and everything was discussed in detail. Then we mentioned that Nifty entering into the gap. Then we asked, the bears are happy or not, but eventually, a rise came, and this was the Sensex expiry, right? So yes, I mean, and I'll try to show you one pattern. Yeah, this was the discussion which we, this was the price action which we, posted on the Telegram, on our Telegram group, that it might happen, right? So the markets were at 25,950 at that point of time. And wait, I'll show you one more thing. Uh, yes, this is the price action which we alerted, right? So on, I think, February 10th, I posted a screenshot of an analysis which I did on Nifty, that this is the only fear now I have in the markets. Because if you go and compare the 2022 or maybe 2021, we fell, but we rose in such a way that everybody felt that yes, now we will cross the all-time high. But again we started falling. So this is the same kind of fall which we can see, and we will discuss this today also. So this is what the kind of discussions we have in our in our Telegram group. If you are someone who is interested in learning the skill of trading and how to analyze the data, when to analyze the data, which data to be focused more on, which data to be focused less on, do check that group out, right? So let's start the discussion for tomorrow, right, traders? So I'll go to probably daily time frame, and today the closing is pretty much bearish, right? If you see, I think we have broken all the, okay, probably what I'll do is, oh god, I just by mistake I removed all my levels. I'm sorry. Alright, so nothing can be done. Let me just try to open it back. If the levels come, no, they're not coming. Okay, fine, no problem. We'll analyze it separately only, no worries. Right, so now let me draw the levels back. All right, so I have opened the levels on my Telegram group. Let us go back to those levels, right? So this was the chart I had, and the first support, first green zone which I mentioned was at 25,870, and we essentially talked that if 870 breaks, 780 will be the next target. And yesterday, the yesterday's discussion I'm talking about, and if 780 also breaks down, then we can head for this gap covering zone. If you remember, we had this discussion yesterday, right? So now, in continuation of this discussion, we will have a discussion today also, right? But the three support zones which we had, if you look at it, is one was 870, second was 780, and the next green zone is 700, right? So probably I'll this is the gap covering zone and we'll form a small support here. So what we'll do is we'll mark this as the green zone. All right. So our analysis today will be dependent on that, right? And today the other three supports were, one was 870, I think so. One was this support 870, and the other was, I think, 780. Yes. Right, so I'll copy this, and 780 I'll mark this as a next support zone. Right. So what happened? So these were my support zones for today. So what actually the markets did today is, we discussed 25,900 was a good support zone. If the markets will open below it, I think that will be converted into a resistance zone. So markets directly opened at 25,900. We fell in the first 10 minutes, then we went back, and whenever a good support zone is broken down on the downside, it instantly converts into a good resistance zone. And that's what exactly happened today. The moment we broke down below 25,900, it got created into a resistance, and when we went for hitting it again, we took a sharp resistance. Then we broke, I think we broke the second support also, and we were going for the gap covering, but the gap has been partially covered today, and it is a high probabilistic chance that we might cover that gap tomorrow, right? So let's now remove each and every level, and this is what exactly we discussed yesterday, and this is what exactly had happened. There are very few times that our discussion goes wrong, but luckily, right, with God's grace, it goes right. Now, coming to the discussion for tomorrow, what discussion we had in our prior daily video analysis was that I am predicting for a price action like this, right? And this is certainly this has started to play out, and today is the first official close below prior daily low, wherein the high is also below the prior daily low, right? So today, after I think so, how many sessions, 1 2 3, this was the close below prior daily low. I think 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, after 8 sessions we have closed below prior daily low, which signifies that yes, the bearish momentum has kind of returned. Now unless and until we cross this gap on the upside, the gap level is 25,900, exactly 25,900. Unless we cross this on the upside, we are not, no, and it does not mean that only crossing, by crossing I mean it should cross and sustain. Why? Because maybe we might cross, but again we have seen multiple instances that it has crossed the prior day high but it has not closed, and that is a signal that we might go bearish. We might go more bearish on the next day, right? So unless we see a daily close about 25,900, we are not even going to think about the bullishness in the market, right? Prior daily low is 25,750. Very clean levels, very simple analysis today. 150 points range for tomorrow, which will be in the no trading zone, 25,750 to 25,900. Simple. If the markets are staying between this, do not even touch the markets. If you already have a bearish position, your stop loss should be a daily close above 25,900, or maybe 25,950 something, right? Now if at all we start to go below 25,750, as I mentioned that we have an unfilled gap till 25,700, so 50 points extra will come, but I think 25,700 should be a good support. We will look at the OI data, but if 25,700 gets broken down, I think the next support for the market will be 25,500. That's it. So there is a big trade loading for you guys below 25,700. So just hope that the market should not open gap down tomorrow below 25,700. My personal bias, what I think in the markets can happen is, since we also talked about this pattern, right? Markets forming 3 weak green candlestick, this can be covered in one big red candlestick. Exactly that has happened, and technically markets look weak on the daily time frame, and if at all you go on weekly time frame, still we have much more room uh, to go, because we are still above prior weekly closing. Right? But from daily perspective, slight negativity has come today, and if the markets tomorrow go below 25,750 or 700, markets will look for a continuation pattern tomorrow, right? And since all the moving averages on daily time frame are very close to each other, the markets will not respect the MA's support, the moving averages support. The supports we usually talk about as 200 DMA support, 50 DMA, 100 DMA, all the three moving average 50, 20 and 100 are very close to each other, and the markets can legit make a candle tomorrow like this and close below all the moving average. Then next valid target will be 25 200, the 20 DMA, right? So be careful of that. I think in my perspective, markets should give you a continuation tomorrow because the data also has built slightly negative today, right? But because everything is a probability in stock markets, we'll go on early time frame that if at all the markets were have to go bullish, above which level you have to be cautious and above which level you will book your shorts. See, plainly simple, from my perspective, negativity has started to come, and what we anticipated in the markets, it is happening. But we might be wrong also, and what we anticipate, it might not happen tomorrow. Today it happened, but it might not happen tomorrow, right? So how to save yourselves from this, we'll go to early time frame and we'll discuss, right? So today's daily candlestick, what you'll do is the range for today, right? Mark a 50 percentage range of this today. The 50 percentage level is 25 830, right? If at all tomorrow post the open we start to go above 25 850, level of 25 850, then it is highly possible that we might cover 25 900, which is just 50 points above. So the level for shorts, whoever is short in the market, a cautious level for them is 25 850. Above 25 850 we can again see 25 900, and above 25 900 we can see a very sharp short covering till 26,000, right? So technically, one, for the bears the market should not open gap up, because the moment markets will open gap up, all these shorts which have got created, they will start to cover themselves, right? Which will in turn create a buying opportunity in the market, right? Which will trigger short covering, right? Secondly, if at all we are opening flat, the markets after opening flat should not close an hourly candlestick about 25 850, because once we do that, the markets will start to gain confidence and we can easily go to 25 900, which is prior daily high, correct? So still we have much more room to go on the downside, but if in case any positive news comes, any positive data comes in the global markets, the markets, if at all they are trying to go slight positive, this will be the point, this will be the level, which you have to be careful if you are a bear in the market. Personally, the moving average setup which we follow, I have told you many times, unless and until we close above 5 EMA on early time frame, do not exit your shorts, right? So tomorrow I think the market should give you a continuation, and particularly first we should cover this gap, then only we will see that what the markets has to do, right? So for tomorrow's range, right, what I'm looking, if we get a continuation, we might get a move tomorrow till 25 500. If at all you see a sideways momentum, because tomorrow is Friday, we might close an inside candle. Then we will discuss in the weekly analysis video that how to deal with this. But yes, the data is bearish and the close is also bearish. Let's quickly go to Nifty Bank, and today interestingly, Nifty Bank also has given a slight negative close, but still it's not below prior daily low. Why Nifty is below prior daily low is because if you guys see, IT index was again 5% down. So I don't know where will IT stop, but I think even with IT, realty was down, and the broader markets also looked bearish, right? If and with broader markets, I think India VIX also rose about 1.56 percentage. So things are a little bit on the bearish side today. But what essentially you need to check in Bank Nifty is, we were discussing Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty has been stuck in a single range from past 4 daily sessions. So there's no new level we have to discuss. Simple range 6,500 and 6,800 or 69,000, 60,900. Sorry, the only range which we need to take care for tomorrow. Above 60 61,800 or 900, 61,000, above 61,000, 61,500, 62,000. But below this, 6,500, below 6,500, 6,400, Bank Nifty can actually capture 60,000 and 59,500. That's it, right? This was the discussion for Nifty 50 and Bank Nifty. We'll start, discussing for, let me open gold, silver, and maybe crude. Yeah. So for gold, right? Yesterday, gold was going very bullish, correct? But yesterday, the data for the US economy, the job data came, and the job data came as very good. So again, economy, when it performs good, it is negative for gold, right? So for gold, right, today we have this zone. Let me go to the early time frame. We have this zone of, firstly, a smaller zone or a smaller level is this one, 150, 1,55,000. Below it we can actually target, sorry, 1,55,600. Below this we can actually target 1,55,000, and below 1,54,500 or 600 we can get to see a good bearish trajectory on the downside. Bullish entries should only be made above, uh, you know 1,57,000. Above 1,57,000 you can target 1,57,500, and above this you can target 1,58,000. That's it, right? So as of now, maintain a pause stance on gold. Silver, maintain a pause stance on silver. Silver also, see, after seeing so much volatility, silver is actually doing nothing. So maintain two broad ranges for silver. One is 2,76,000 on the upside, and on the downside is 2,58,000. Unless and until you see silver crossing these two levels, do not trade silver. Above 2,76,000, 3 lakh is possible. Below 2,57,000, 58,000, 2,40,000, 2,30,000, 2,39,000 or 240 is easily possible, right? Crude, crude yesterday the inventory data for crude was very very bearish, right? The inventories rose, right? So crude today is getting giving a bearish fall, and the bearish run started, I think tomorrow itself, yesterday itself, right? And in crude, maintain a sell on rise approach unless and until we close back above 5,900. A short covering above 5,860 can come till 5,900, but unless we close above 5,900, do not maintain a buy on dips strategy. For crude, the levels below is 5,800, 5750, and below 5750, I think the last level is 57,000, and below 57,000 crude will literally crash to 56,000. 5,700 crude can crash to 50, below 5,700 crude can crash to 5,600. That's it. Let's analyze the OI data, the change in OI data. All right, for Nifty, still this data is not adjusted, but it's a, still it's a, we can get a brief of it. 4 CR addition of shorts and only 30 lakh addition of longs. Very very bearish data. For Bank Nifty, 3 lakh addition of shorts and only 2 lakh addition of longs. Still bearish data, right? So the data is also bearish and the closing is also bearish for Nifty. So I think from my perspective, we might get a bearish continuation tomorrow. It all depends on how the final adjusted data will come and how the global markets perform today, tonight. All right, traders, so this was it. This was the analysis for you all guys for today's gold, crude, silver, and tomorrow's Nifty and Bank Nifty. If you have liked the analysis, leave a like. If you leave a like or maybe leave a comment in the comment section. Share this video with your trader friends. Help them analyze. If you believe in us, if you believe in my analysis that it is happening correctly, share with them. Cheers traders. Good evening. Stay safe in the market.